The waiting hall smelled of disinfectant, old paper, and quiet tension. Fluorescent lights buzzed faintly overhead, casting a pale glow over rows of plastic chairs lined against the walls. Anna sat hunched on one of them, her shoulders aching, arms wrapped tightly around her twin babies. Both were crying now, one sharp and angry, the other tired and broken, as if even crying had become exhausting. Anna gently rocked back and forth, whispering soft words she barely believed herself. "It's okay. Mama's here, just a little longer." Her voice trembled, cracked from lack of sleep and weeks of swallowed fear. She hadn't slept more than 2 hours in a row since the twins were born. No family nearby, no friends who could help during the day. And today, of all days, she had no choice but to bring them with her. This appointment could determine whether she would receive the housing assistance she desperately needed. Miss it, and she and her babies would be on the street within a month. The crying grew louder. A woman in a beige coat snapped her head around. "Unbelievable," she muttered, then louder, "Can you please quiet them down?" Anna looked up, startled. I'm trying," she said quickly, her cheeks burning. "They're just hungry and tired. We've been here since early morning." "Well, that's not our problem," the woman replied coldly. "Some of us are here for serious reasons." A man nearby lowered his newspaper and sighed dramatically. "This is exactly why kids shouldn't be brought into places like this," he said. "It's inconsiderate." Each word felt like a slap. Anna's throat tightened. She adjusted the blanket around the twins, her hands shaking. One baby's tiny fingers curled around her sleeve as if begging her not to let go. The other screamed louder, face scrunched red, tears streaking down soft cheeks. "I'm sorry," Anna whispered, though she didn't know who she was apologizing to anymore. "Oh please," the woman scoffed. "Single mothers these days. No planning, no responsibility. And everyone else has to suffer." That did it. Tears welled in Anna's eyes. She turned slightly away, ashamed, staring down at her babies so no one would see her cry. She wanted to scream back, to tell them she hadn't planned to be alone, that her husband had walked out when she was 5 months pregnant, that life didn't always follow neat schedules. But the words stayed trapped inside her chest. The crying echoed through the hall. Then a calm voice spoke from beside her. "Excuse me." Anna looked up. A man who had been sitting quietly next to her stood up. He was tall, dressed simply in a dark coat and pressed trousers. Nothing about him screamed importance, yet something about his posture, steady, composed, made people instinctively look his way. "May I help?" he asked gently, his eyes meeting Anna's. She hesitated. Every instinct told her to protect her children, but exhaustion dulled her fear. Slowly, she nodded. The man carefully took one of the twins into his arms. Almost immediately, the baby's cries softened. He held the infant with surprising confidence, supporting the head, rocking just enough to soothe. He hummed quietly, a low, steady tune. Within moments, the baby's crying faded into sleepy whimpers. The second twin, still in Anna's arms, grew quieter too, as if confused by the sudden calm. The entire waiting hall went silent. The woman in beige stared, speechless. The man glanced around the room, his voice calm but firm. "It's strange," he said. "When adults raise their voices in frustration, no one complains. But when a baby cries, suddenly there's no patience left." No one responded. He turned back to Anna and smiled faintly. "You're doing better than you think," he said. "Twins are not easy, especially alone." Anna swallowed. You have kids?" she asked softly. Before he could answer, the sound of hurried footsteps echoed near the entrance. 2 men in dark suits appeared, scanning the room. When their eyes landed on him, they stopped immediately. The atmosphere shifted. The receptionist straightened suddenly. "Yes, sir," she stammered, "your meeting is ready." The man gently handed the baby back to Anna, making sure the tiny body was settled safely in her arms. He paused, then spoke clearly so everyone could hear. "This mother deserves respect and help, not judgment." He turned and walked toward the office doors, the suited men following closely behind. Whispers spread through the hall. Anna clutched her now quiet babies, heart pounding, her mind racing with a single thought.